morning traders, and welcome to this week's Forex Focus. I hope you've all had a good week in the markets and you've managed to make some money from those lovely profitable moves that have been out there. In this week's show, we've got just a few opportunities that we're going to look at, but they're actually quite interesting ones because we've got what's going to look like very, very similar technical setups, but from different scenarios and different types of situations on the chart. So from an educational perspective, it's going to be a very, very interesting one for you. So without further ado, let's jump over to the charts and take a look at what we have presenting itself for next week. So we'll start off by taking a look at the Aussie CAD. Now the Aussie CAD is one that we've been looking at for a while now. And as you can see, we've got many, many different lines. We're going to start off by taking a look at the daily chart. Now on the daily chart, it's some very, very interesting price action because the market has reacted, okay, to a higher price resistance. So any of you guys are trading our liquidity fader system, you know exactly what we're talking about here. It's where the market comes up to a resistance level, it breaks through it, it doesn't spend a lot of time above that level, and then it breaks back down, thus giving you an opportunity to sell the market in the case of a higher price resistance. Or if it was a lower price support down here, you would then be able to buy the market. Now, if you didn't get involved in that trade there, it's nothing to worry about because there is a technical setup that is presenting itself on a shorter term time frame. And that is on the hourly. So if we take a look at the hourly here, and we'll zoom in again very quickly. We take a look at the hourly charts. You can see that this is the area where the market spent time above that level. It then rejected that level and broke back below. If you didn't get in on this initial break back below right here, then you now have an opportunity over here where the market is when it gives us a bit of a pullback to then go short. And that's one of the trades we're going to be looking at for next week. We don't want it to come back sort of immediately. Okay, so we don't want this sort of a momentum move to the downside. We don't want one to the upside. We want it to pull back sort of gradually along sort of around this area over here. Allow the moving average to catch up a little bit and then give us an opportunity to go short from this level here, which will also be a previous level of resistance, or previous level of support, sorry, which is then going to act as resistance, and that will be a great opportunity to short the market. So that's what we're looking at on the Aussie CAD. It hasn't set up yet, but when it does set up, that's one of our primary positions for next week, and we'll be taking that from the hourly chart. If we then move on to the Aussie yen, and this is what I was talking about earlier when I said we've got a very similar technical setup, but from different situations. So if you think about the Aussie CAD, the chart that we just looked at in the daily charts, it was in a bit of a range. It wasn't really sort of trending. Okay, it did come back to a resistance level and it reacted to that resistance level, but in much more of a range bound market. If we look at the Aussie yen now, so if I jump into the daily chart here, you can see that this pair is actually trending. So the market is moving down, and on the daily it's making lower lows and lower highs all the way down. All of these lines here are areas where you could have gotten involved in a trade. And now the market then broke down here. It gave us a little bit of a pullback. So we're in a trending situation. Okay, we've missed this initial move that broke out on Friday. But like I said, we've got a very similar opportunity to the one that we did on the Aussie CAD, in the sense that we've now on the hourly chart, we've got the market broken through a level. It's below the 100 moving average. We're now going to look for some consolidation in this pair right here. So we want the market to move sideways or pull back somewhat. We want the moving average to catch up with the price. And once it's done that, then breaks to the downside. Hopefully it can react to this level here, the 77.59. And then what we'll have there is that we'll have a number of different factors going for our trade. So we'll obviously have the trend, we'll have the price action, and we've got a previous level of support and resistance that's also jumping into the equation there to give us a very nice opportunity. So that's another one that we're going to look to be short next week. Okay. And then finally, the final opportunity we're going to look at this week is one in the pound CAD. Now, we've been heavy sellers of the pound over the past few weeks. We've made some nice money there. We took profit last week on the pound Aussie. We're still holding the pound dollar, and we believe that that's got, you know, much more downside that we can take advantage of. So we're still holding that. It is messing us about at the moment, but we are looking for other opportunities to get involved in selling the pound as well. So that's kind of an indication of where we think that's going to go in the coming weeks and months. And over here on the pound CAD, we've got a very nice opportunity. So yes, we're trading towards these lows here, and let me just put in a level so you can see. So we are trading at or around these lows here. So what we want to see happen is either on the 4-hour chart, we want to see a bit of a pullback here, okay, before it breaks these lows. So a bit of a pullback towards the moving average there, and then another selling opportunity. Or we want to see next week that the market actually breaks beneath this level and then pulls back to it, but on a shorter term time frame. So something like the 1-hour time frame. Okay, breaks beneath this level, holds beneath this level, and then sort of gets its second breath, if you like, and then takes another opportunity to the downside. That's going to be ideally what we're looking for, because the one negative with this trade here is that we are selling directly into this low over here. But having said that, if it does break that low, we can see that there's got a lot of room to the downside. So we're looking to sell the Aussie CAD, Aussie Yen, Pound CAD, all of them. We're waiting for pullbacks or some price action of some sort. But that's sort of they're the opportunities that we're looking at for this week. So I hope you enjoyed watching this Forex Focus. I hope you found value in it. As always, remember, it's for educational purposes only. We're not telling you to go and take those trades. It's not investment advice. We're simply telling you or showing you what we're looking to take in our own accounts and showing you how we manage our trades. So hopefully, you can take that and sort of factor it into the way that you manage trades and the way that you trade the markets, and help you get a little bit more consistent with your trading. The one thing that I'll say about this week's show is, go back to the Aussie CAD and the Aussie Yen positions that we're looking at, or opportunities that we're looking at, just to see the way that, one is a trending market, one's a range-bound market, but you can use the same sort of technical setup regardless of the market, as long as you're looking at price action. And that's one of the things that we say to a lot of our members, is try not to pigeonhole yourself into something, say, oh, I'm just a trend trader, or oh, I'm just a range trader, or whatever it is. Ultimately, you are a trader. You're in the markets to make money, and you're looking for opportunities. And however those opportunities present themselves, you're a trader and you want to make money from it. Okay, so anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and until next week, good trading, good luck, and if you've got any questions, please feel free to post it beneath the video. Take care now and have a good week.